Yo, what's up? StereoDragonGravity here today with a Cardfight Vanguard deck profile for Dragonic Kaiser Vermilion, Dragonic Kaiser Crimson, and Dragonic Kaiser the Warning. So, new Narukami deck revival, which is just amazingly fun to play. So let's go ahead and get into it. So, for my starting Vanguard, I am running Brawler fighting Dracokid. So he's a pretty decent starter for this deck. There are some different starters you could run. It really comes down to player preference, but I decided to go into Brawler fighting Dracokid. Just mainly because with your Legion, he can hit your opponent's back row, which is pretty fun to do. And then for the trigger lineup, move him to the side. I run 4 Eradicator Yellow Gem Carbuncle critical triggers. 4 original Yellow Gem Carbuncle critical triggers. 4 Carbuncle draw triggers. And 4 Carbuncle heal triggers. So yeah, gotta have the Carbuncle, because why not? Now for my grade 1s, I'm running 4 Crownholder Dragon. Crownholder Dragon's a pretty cool, good new card, especially fun to play with. I decided on 4 because originally I was trying out 3, but then I just wanted to make sure I saw it when I ever do my Dragonic Kaiser plays, so 4. And then 4 Wyvern Guld as my Sentinel. Really, you can run whatever Sentinel you want. I wouldn't recommend Quintet Walls though, but I just didn't feel a need to run Dragon Dancer Anastasia in this deck, so these are fine. Next, 3 Eradicator Egghelm Dracokid. He's a limit break enabler, and I decided on 3 just because I wanted to make sure I would be able to do my Legion turn play if I'm not at 4 damage. And he looks pretty nice. So, 2 Stride enablers. You do want to Stride in this deck, especially when you're not ready to do your Legion or you're just not at the right time to use your Legion. So you can Stride and help you do other plays. And then 1 Rising Phoenix. I was trying 2 Rising Phoenix, but I found myself using Dragonic Kaiser Crimson's Soul Blast more than this, so 1's just fine. For my grade 2 lineup, I'm running 3 Dusty Plasma Dragon. Dusty Plasma Dragon's a pretty cool card from the original Vermilion deck. I did want to run 4, but then to me it didn't seem as good as it was, but it's still a pretty good card, especially when you're in Legion. And when you Stride, you can always choose Vermilion as your heart for your Stride, so you can still use his effect. Next, I'm running 3 Military Brawler Legacy. He's another Brawler card that has a Legion skill. I'm running 3 just because I want to see him when I'm doing my Legion turn plays. Simple as that. You don't really need 4, but 3's, I like 3 in the deck. And then I'm running 3 Dragonic Death Scythe. This card's so old, still looks amazing. This card again, you're not gonna abuse it, but I wanted 3 to make sure I see it for my Conquest plays. I want it for when I have that Conquest turn and I can just blow up my opponent's front row. And then 2 Demonic Dragon Berserker Shatura. A pretty decent card, tech card, just because of the early mid-game pressure it presents, since it does give you a card and then it prevents your opponent from performing Legion or other skills in the drop zone. And for my grade 3s, I am running 4 Dragonic Kaiser the Crimson. Well, Dragonic Kaiser Crimson. I don't know why I keep saying the. I keep thinking Kai and saying the. I have no idea why. But he is your main Legion, your Legion break unit, as I like to call it, because he's a Legion with a limit break. Yay! So, pretty decent card. And then I'm running 4 Dragonic Kaiser Vermilion. I'm running this deck because I love Vermilion. I love Vermilion when he came out originally in the anime, and I want to play this deck for Vermilion, so I'm running 4 Crimson, 4 Vermilion. As well as, I've had games where I've damage checked 2 or 3 Dragonic Kaiser Vermilion in a row. I want to make sure I can have my Legion turn play. So, 4. 4 for me. 4 is good. And last but not least, we have the G-Zone Strides. I'm running 1 Snow Element Blizza. Pretty decent card. I was really not sure about running him in the deck, but he's mainly there just in case. If Dragonic Kaiser Warning or Conquest Dragon becomes useless and you need a push for game, Blizza's come clutch for me. So he's just a clutch if when happens card. So just my preference. Next, I run one Lightning Dragon Zorus. Zorus is a pretty good early game pressure card as well as your first stride to get you at generation, help you get to Generation Break and Generation Break 2 for your effects, mainly your stride effects in this deck. Also, he's just anti-Legion as well, so Legion players are gonna fear him, so he's pretty good. Next, I run 4 Conquering Supreme Dragon, Conquest Dragon. So a pretty awesome looking card as well as an awesome effect, just giving plus 10k to your front row. And mainly I built this deck around the Legion and him, because he's pretty good. He just, if your opponent doesn't have a full front row, because they fear Dragonic Kaiser plays, you can smash face with him. I sort of wish I had a side deck, like in other card games, because if you're fighting against a clan that can continuously fill up their field, you might as well run 2 Conquest and 4 Dragonic Kaiser Warning. But on that note, last but not the very least, Conquering Supreme Dragon Dragonic Kaiser Warning. Now, I do run 2 of this card, and man, it looks amazing. Really, him and Conquest share different roles in my build, mainly because either Dragonic Kaiser Warning can be a mid-game, early-game pressure card, because either guard this or I gain advantage and can push you for game or 5 to 5 damage. Or if he wouldn't be the best option at the time, I can go into Conquest and then do the same thing. So they pretty much share the same role, but they have slightly different conditions to activate their usefulness. So I wish I could go in between them, between games, 4-2, 2-4, but maybe in the future Vanguard will get a side deck. So overall, this Dragonic Kaiser deck's a pretty fun deck to play. A lot of the choices in it pretty much come to player preference, but this deck works well for me and hopefully it will work well for you too. And it's just an amazingly fun deck to play. I cannot say it enough times. And it's just, if you like Narukami, if you like Dragonic Kaiser Vermilion back in the day, this is a deck you probably should pick up. So that'll be it for this video. Go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment for more Cardfight Vanguard. This is StereoDragonGravity. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace out.